It's been a couple weeks, but we're back with another pregnancy update. I am 30 weeks and I'm so sorry I missed last week, so we're going to do a combo of week 29 and 30 this week. But yes, y'all, we are moving. We are moving along, and literally 10 weeks, possibly less, until we meet our son. So I'm super excited. Again, we're going to start with week 29 just to kind of give you highlights, and then we'll jump over to week 30, and then of course we'll end with the belly shot. So week 29, some highlights for the week was feeling hiccups, weight gaining, so expect to gain an average of 1 pound each week, and then some of your third trimester to-dos. Let's see, some other baby development things at 29 weeks include building bone strength. So your baby's bones were soaking up a lot of calcium as they harden. So it says to be sure to drink your milk or find a good source of calcium, such as cheese, yogurt, or enriched orange juice. Nerve protection says a protective covering of myelin begins to form around your baby's nerves during this trimester, a process that will continue after your baby's born. And then the baby is preparing to breathe, so the baby's respiratory system is still developing. But by week 35, your baby will have will be making enough surfactant to allow them to breathe after birth. Sorry, y'all, I'm not great with all these terminologies. So at week 29, baby was the size of a butternut squash, about 15 and a half inches head to toe, and 3 pounds. So some pregnancy symptoms in week 29 included anemia, cramping, heartburn, lightheadedness. That's it. So of those, let's see, I haven't had any anemia. I did get my results back after doing my glucose test. I passed it and didn't have any effects. So I think they actually test you for anemia. So none of that was present in my blood work. So all of that is good. I haven't had any issues with low iron or feeling weakness or fatigue. Cramping. I've had some Braxton Hicks contractions. Like I'm sure of it at this point. It really just feels like my whole stomach just like tightens up and then it goes away. It's not really painful, but it is interesting. So that has started to happen. I think it's been happening off and on for a few weeks now, but it's not consistent. And again, it doesn't hurt or anything. So it's just something that I am now aware of. Heartburn, not really. And I eat a lot of spicy food and acidic food. I haven't had any heartburn, so I don't know if that means my baby's going to be bald or not. Jay and I were both very hairy when we were born, as far as having a lot of hair on our head, I should say. But who knows? I don't know. Maybe I haven't gotten it yet. So none of that. Lightheadedness, yes, I have had that a few times. Just like when I move too quickly or if I get a little bit overheated, I've noticed that. So I do keep a fan around me. That has helped. And just making sure that I'm moving a little bit slower with sudden like getting up or, just like moving too quickly. So that has helped. Let's see. Some other things that happened last week. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I started looking into getting some of the baby's room things together, so decor and things like that. I ordered a lot of stuff. I'm getting his dresser this week. Jay is getting the crib this month in a couple of weeks. So we're really starting to get into, I feel like, the nesting side of things. I really am like starting to think about all of the things we'll need for the hospital stay. So just kind of, I feel like in that nesting stage is where I'm starting to get to. So just really excited. Like I said, just keep getting more and more excited. We do have some other baby gear, like some cameras and stuff that we need to set up. So again, getting prepared. So that's week 29. I think that pretty much sums up what was going on last week. So we can jump right over into week 30. So let me get that pulled up. So highlights for this week. Says baby shower fun, belly getting in the way, and eating the placenta. So baby shower fun. We do have our baby shower set. We actually have a couple of them. So one here in the Dallas area, and then one back in East Texas where my mom is throwing one for me and Jay. And then I actually have my Run It Up cheer squad. We're going to be incorporating like a small little shower with them, as well as my Moving in Purpose Grow group through my church that we're going to do a little sprinkle for me as well. So that's exciting. So belly getting in the way. This is actually referring to sex and like positions that might be harder to manage now that my belly has gotten bigger. I don't know. I guess for me, I haven't had, I'll just say this. We do things that are comfortable. So whatever we do, it's just, we may have to make some adjustments, but it hasn't been too difficult. So whatever we're doing is comfortable. That's kind of the first thing. And we've tried a few things here and there. My belly, I feel like what you'll see at the end is getting bigger, but I don't feel like I'm huge. And it's actually ironic because a lot of people will say like, hey, it doesn't look like you're that far along. Again, let me knock on some wood on that because I still have 2 months left. So anything can happen in the next 2 months. I could blow up, but I think overall my belly is manageable. So there's that. And eating the placenta, I have actually thought about this. I have a friend that's encapsulating her placenta, so I actually asked for information on that. It's just a thought. I'm not sure. I'm not tied to the thought. I don't know if I'll do it or not, but it is worth looking into because I hear there's a lot of nutritional value in it. But also, if I don't decide to do it, then I'm not going to beat myself up about it either. It's just a personal choice. So, some baby development at 30 weeks. So your baby's skin cells are making melanin, which helps give it skin color. It says most melanin production doesn't happen until after birth, and your baby's permanent skin tone will be fully developed around 6 months. So excited to see what our little baby looks like. Between Jay and I, we're both a little bit more brown skin, so I feel like he'll be a little more lighter toned, at least for the beginning of his life, and then he'll probably darken up as he gets a little older. So your baby's hair, your little one may have more hair on their head and less everywhere else. So lanugo, the fine hair that started growing on the baby's body a few months ago, will fall out before they're born. Most babies are born without the hair all over their body, but some still have a little bit left and then it sheds out. So we'll find out soon enough. It says your babies can open their eyes wide and may be able to see dim shapes. By 31 weeks, their pupils are able to constrict and expand, allowing the eyes to let in more or less light. So he can respond to light. So I have shown my flashlight on my phone to my stomach before. Sometimes he responds, sometimes he doesn't. Says my baby is about the size of a large cabbage, about 15.9 inches, so almost 16 inches head to toe, and about 3.4 pounds. So belly button changes are some, I'll just say the common symptoms in week 30 include belly button changes, brown discharge, fatigue, swelling, mood swings, and shortness of breath. So, belly button changes, yes. Like, my belly button is almost completely out, which is such a weird feeling and sensation whenever I put on clothes or just accidentally rub up against it. This is very normal, and that typically after pregnancy, it will go back in. But it has been something I noticed. Brown discharge, this is pretty normal as well with the increased estrogen production in your body. Personally, I have not had any, but it can always show up, and it could be the mucus plug. But again, I haven't had any discharge that I should be concerned about. So all good there. Fatigue. So I have noticed I am getting more tired. Yes. And I think it also contributed to the fact that I haven't been sleeping well at night. Still having the hip pain. Now it's starting to be on the right side as well as the left. So I'm like constantly tossing and turning throughout the night, trying to sleep on my side. So I think that contributes to the fatigue. Yesterday in my Bible study, I think I yawned like 30 times. Like, it was ridiculous how many times I yawned. So I definitely think that the fatigue is setting in, which is common in the third trimester. But I'm trying to, get as much rest as I can. And it says to try eating a balanced diet and drink enough water. I'm constantly drinking water. Balanced diet. We're eating. That's what I can say. All right. So swelling. So it says you can expect your ankles and feet to swell during pregnancy, especially as you near the end. I actually haven't experienced any swelling yet. Again, I still have 2 more months to go, so it's likely that it could happen. But as of right now, no swelling has been occurring, so I'll take it. Mood swings, says the combination of comfortable symptoms, stress, and hormonal changes can result in the return of mood swings in the third trimester. I don't think so. I mean, you could probably ask my husband. He might say something different. But I think overall, I feel like my mood has been pretty regulated. I haven't had any crazy outbursts or any issues in general. But again, who knows? It could change as we continue throughout the pregnancy. But I don't feel like I have any depression or intense, frequent extremes and highs and lows in my mood. So that's good. I haven't had pregnancy anxiety. I think though, as I start getting closer to delivering and to like labor and all of that, I think you get the normal concerns and just like anticipation of it, a little bit nervous and just knowing, what can actually happen. You hear a bunch of stories, some good, some bad, some a little bit of both. So like I said, I guess we'll see what happens, and I'm trying to be optimistic and just staying prayed up and just believing and having faith that God is going to do everything that's needed to make sure that I have a healthy and safe delivery. So shortness of breath. Yes. Can you tell? Can y'all tell? I feel like I get a little more winded lately. Just needing to kind of pause like now and take a deep breath because I get a little out of breath. Apparently that's common. It says your body requires more oxygen during pregnancy, and your growing uterus is putting pressure on your diaphragm, leading to shortness of breath. So yeah, and it also says that within a few weeks before you're due, your baby may drop into your pelvis, and so that should help alleviate some of the hard breathing or the stress of breathing. So yeah, but I think that's pretty normal. Nothing concerning on my end when it comes to that. And that is week 30. So some things that are happening in week 30 as well is I just booked my pregnancy photo shoot, which I'm really excited about. That's going to be in a couple weeks. Wanted to get those done before I get like too swollen in the face. But yes, super excited for the pregnancy photo shoot. I think it's going to go really well. Let's see what else. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's more, but maybe pregnancy brain. I don't know. I am, like I said, getting more stuff ready for the rooms. We've been getting some people buying a few things off the registry already. So just really excited about all the things to come. We found a potential pediatrician for baby. So I'm excited for that. We may also have the same photographer that's doing my maternity photos do our newborn shoot. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I can't think of anything important to add here. So just like I said, just kind of sitting into like this third trimester, knowing that things are happening really quickly and that in a couple of months, we're going to have a baby here. We're going to have our son here. He's going to be Earthside and he's going to be hanging out with us. So just the realization of that is just so surreal. I'm thinking back like to 2 months ago when we were like November, December time, and it's 2 months from now. And I'm like, that's how quickly we'll have our son here. So anyways, this video is pretty long, so I will wrap it up here, but I hope you guys enjoyed the pregnancy update. Thank you for sticking along throughout this journey. Remember that I will be back next week for week 31, and stick around because I will be sharing a belly shot. So I'll talk to you guys next week. Have a good one. Bye.